Welcome! In this video, I'll show you how to speed up your texturing workflow in Substance Painter using ID maps, a simple but powerful trick that can save you time and headaches. ID mapping helps you avoid the hassle of exporting multiple texture sets for tiny parts of your model. Instead of fixing things later in Photoshop or another editor, you can handle it all cleanly right in Substance. With a proper ID map setup, you can mask individual parts of your model instantly. It makes switching albedo, roughness, metalness, or any other texture property way more efficient. Take my model, for example. I only want to use 4 materials, but the mesh has lots of tiny and overlapping parts. Manually selecting or splitting them would take forever. So instead, I'll use Vertex color IDs to isolate them easily. Let's say I want to work on the seat as if it were completely separate. All I need to do is assign it a unique color stored directly in the mesh's Vertex data. Substance will read that color and create an ID map from it, ready to use for masking. Here's how I do it in Blender. To see Vertex colors in the viewport, just change the shading mode to Solid Attribute. No need to set up materials, this is faster. First, I go into Edit mode, select the seat faces, and switch to Vertex Paint mode. Make sure Face Selection Masking is active, so the paint only affects the selected faces. You can use Vertex Selection instead, but it can cause unwanted blending and color bleeding at the edges. We don't want that in our ID map. Now I choose a color and press Shift-K to apply it to the selection. If you use the same color on multiple parts, Substance will mask them together. Use unique colors when you want to keep areas separate, and tweak the color tolerance later if needed. You can always repaint and rebake your ID map, so don't worry if you change your mind. The Vertex colors are saved as attributes in Blender. You'll find them under the Object Data Properties tab, just below the UV Maps dropdown. You'll see the Vertex Paint menus, handy if you want to explore more tools. Now I export the model and open it in Substance Painter. Once imported, I go to Bake Mesh Maps. If you're baking from a high poly version, make sure the Vertex colors are on the right mesh. In my case, they're on the low poly, so I check Use Low Poly Mesh as High Poly. Next, I disable all other maps except ID for every material. Then in the ID Color Source dropdown, I select Vertex Color. This step is much faster than using Blender's ID Bake, and that's why I prefer doing it in Substance. Once baked, I'm ready to start painting. Inside the texture set list, I pick the material I want to work with. I add a fill layer, apply a black mask, select it, and then go to Add Effect, Color Selection, and click the colored area I want to isolate. Important: make sure the correct material is active, otherwise your layers might not show up. To keep things clean, I create folders for different parts. Each folder gets its own mask, which is great if you want to separate metallic and non-metallic areas, for example. Then I can drop layers inside each folder to build up the texture even more. If you've never tried this technique before, give it a go. It makes the entire texturing process in Substance Painter faster, cleaner, and honestly, way more fun. If you found this tutorial helpful, I'd really love to know it. Leave a comment below, and feel free to check out my other channels for more content like this. Thanks a lot for watching. It truly means a lot to me. See you next time.